I'm Ramin, now with the name 55 D-Boy, and I came in June 2008 to Belgium. It has been almost 8 years that I've been living here. Yeah, so actually I'm born at the north of Afghanistan, in Mazar-e-Sharif. That's one of the biggest cities in Afghanistan. And my parents, they moved to Pakistan like migrants during the Taliban regime. So actually I grown up in Pakistan, and after we went to Greece, of course we crossed Iran, Turkey and all the thing. We went to Greece and we stuck for 1 year in Greece because we could not come further. And in Greece, I think everyone knows how the situation for migrants are. We were not in an asylum center or something. We were not helped, for example. I started to work again to earn a bit money and things like that. And from Greece, we went by ship to Italy and to France. And then we came to Belgium. I was 30 years old when I came to Belgium, so almost 40. Of course, I missed lots of chances because of being undocumented. For example, in Bruges, we were playing in a local club, me and my brother. And I think after 3 months, we had transfer from the first division called Circle Bruges. But because my mom had a negative decision, her case was refused, we had to move to the other place. And, of course, there are difficulties when you're undocumented. You cannot travel, for example. Sometimes we had difficulties at school. That school planned some trip to abroad, for example, and we could not go. Things like that. Those are the difficulties you face, but it depends how you think about it. But I never kept myself busy with the fact that I was undocumented, because my belief was I just keep working hard and I go to my school. So I just keep working on that and concentrate myself on that and let the rest behind. So just think positive. Actually, the way how I look to myself is that I'm a world citizen. I belong everywhere. This is my home. Afghanistan is my home. Everywhere is my home. So yeah, again, I never thought like I'm illegal or I don't have documents, because the only thing I had in mind was my target. Okay, I could not go to school in Pakistan, for example, because I grew up in Pakistan. I can do that here. I have the possibility to go to school and work hard. So actually it was like this till 2012. In 2012, we were included in my mom's asylum case. So it was in total 3 times rejected, and after that I went to ask asylum myself. Well, my teacher, she was like 1 month day and night busy with our case, and because my mom the last time in 2012 she was refused, and we had 1 month time to go back to Afghanistan or to Pakistan, and suddenly like my school organized. I explained my situation to my teacher, and because I'm someone like all the time laughing and playing and jumping around, and I was really sad at school. And it was before the exam. My teacher asked me one day, okay, what's going on? And I explained everything. I said, okay, this is not normal. We have to do something about this. And she spoke with the director of our school, and they organized let's say demonstration at school, and they let like 600 balloons in the air with the message for the state secretary of migrants. So suddenly it became something big, and that's why later I was involved with Kids Parlement and with the Afghan movement because of that. And so all those actions made the state secretary say, okay, I'll rethink about the file. So then I get permission of stay. So the thing was that at the same time there was like 450 Afghans without documents, like refused 2 or 3 times. So they were all at the point to go back to Afghanistan. They had to go back. And of course, the situation in Afghanistan was worse. And at that time, we were a big group, but not only the Afghans, like really various groups, nationalities, with the same problems, like all young people. So when I came, I think my case was like the first case in Belgium, or the first migrant, let's say, who got so much attention from public. And my case was also the first case which came really openly in public, because in most of cases people don't speak about their case or about their personal problems. But for me it was like, okay, this is my reality, and I don't feel ashamed for that. If I'm a migrant or whatever you call me, I'm here and this is my reality. My lawyer was Selma Ben Khalifa, so she was involved in this. And so there was her idea, like, okay, there is a big group with the similar problems. Let's come together and just talk about it. So we had a meeting, and she called me, and she called also my teacher to come with me, because actually my teacher played a big role in this document issue. So we came to the meeting, and just in one meeting, we already had something like called Kids Parlement with the aims and everything. It was going really fast, because everyone had the intention to do something. And I know in 1 year time, Kids Parlement increased and got like everywhere invited. Also with PICUM, for example, we were invited at the European Parliament to get the voice out in the name of young people in Belgium. So that was a big thing. It was really nice experience for us. And that's actually how Kids Parliament started, because many young people with different backgrounds had the same problem. They were undocumented, they were never heard. So the families were rejected, but the youngers, they were never heard in the case, but still they are involved. Another big thing was that the Commissariat General must hear the kids if they want. So they must have that possibility. And luckily today it's officially accepted, so the kids have that right to ask asylum. We are talking about accompanied minors, because unaccompanied minors, they stay till they are 18, or they have someone helping, like an adult, a guardian, for example, like that, they can ask asylum. But we are talking about accompanied minors with their family, so now they have the right to ask asylum on their own if they want. That was one of our aims, and we have been working on this, like now Kids Parliament is 3 years old, so I think 1 year long we worked on this, because also everywhere we were invited, at the European Parliament, at the Federal Parliament in Belgium, they, for example, the Commissariat General make a decision to refuse the case, for example, to send the parents back, but they never think about the consequences when the children go back to their country. One of the aims of Kids Parlement was there must be an investigation before you make that decision. What are the durable solutions for the kids? And the important thing I found why I was involved in Kids Parlement was that politically I was able to say my opinion and do something with that. That was the most interesting thing for me in Kids Parlement, and that's why still I'm doing my work. And then later I like kind of spokesman of Kids Parlement, so I was invited everywhere to represent and spread the message, of course.